All right, what's up, guys? We are back with another video here at Nomad Island Escapes with myself, Jeff, and
Sarah.
all right, so we're gonna do a quick video on our budget. So, how much we spend on a daily, or I'm sorry, how much we spend on a monthly basis for our regular bills. For anyone that's interested in coming here, so we're gonna do this based off of our area that we live in, and we live in Mindanao, in Cagayan De Oro. So it's a little bit more southern of the Philippines, but it's going to be adjusted to our lifestyle, how much we spend a month on the budget. And for you guys that are new to our channel, you guys don't know us, quick introduction. I'm Jeff, I'm 47, moved to the Philippines about 5 months ago to be with my lovely Filipina, Sarah. And you are?
Hi everyone. It's me again, Sarah. What you gonna do? I'm speechless. Yeah, I think that's it.
Is it? Sarah, you are 47?
Ooh.
Yeah, just kidding.
I'm just only 32 years old. Yeah. 33 years old.
33 now, yeah. 33, lives in Mindanao. Lived here your whole life? Mindanao?
Since birth, yeah, since birth.
And she has a daughter, Sammy.
Yeah, I have one daughter. Her name is Sammy. She's 12 years old, so like 20 years ago.
All right, so we'll jump right into it. So I've got a little spreadsheet here, kind of what we're going to go off of, and I'm going to put that up on the screen eventually too as well. But this is just going to give us a rundown of our base of our costs for each month. So we'll start with the main two. The main two, we'll start with rent, what we pay for rent or what you would expect to pay for rent. I say what you would expect to pay for rent because Sarah owns her own house, so we don't have to pay rent. So we kind of we just searched a little bit for rent around here, and Sarah can give you a little bit more in depth in it, but we went with the average cost of a place here for rent between $200 and $800 US. And Sarah can give you a little bit more in depth on the rent here.
Yeah, that depends on what kind of lifestyle you're used to it, like what kind of lifestyle also you want to. There's a house here that house or condominiums that you can rent about like $200 to $800, which around like 10,000 pesos to 40,000 pesos. We have also some here like studio type, like apartments or something like 8,000, like less than $200. But still, it's depends on you. I think that's only like good for small family, like 2 to 3 person. Condominium is the best, maybe. But if you're looking for a house, I think the same also the range. It depends also what area in Cagayan de Oro you live, either in downtown or in uptown. But there are also some places that usually are the same rent. For the house, I think you can find like 10,000 pesos or 8,000 pesos. For $200, you can already get a 2 bedrooms house with that amount. With that $800, oh, you're living like a king or a queen, like you're living in very exclusive subdivision with a 24-hour security, maybe like 4 to 5 bedroom, 1 master bedroom, and you have like a decent house with a car park, 2-story house. I think that's it. And then for the for the rent, mostly here, like not all, but I heard mostly like they ask for 1 month deposit or 1 month to 2 months deposit. But if you're renting a condominium, usually they only ask for deposit. But if you go through the agent, I think mostly they ask for 2 months deposit because I think they have a portion for that.
They gotta pay the agent.
They need to pay the agent.
Yeah, so it sounds like pretty much anywhere you go, really, depending on where you live in, what you want to get, you have your budget around 200 to 800. So if correct me if I'm wrong, so you can go low style and spend 200. You might be lucky and get like a 1 bedroom house. in like a subdivision, you might be able to get a one bedroom to two bedroom apartment, probably 200-300. But it's also, do you want to have the air conditioning? Do you want to have hot water, things like that? So anything fluctuates. But like she was saying, like, $600 to $800 can get you a really nice house here, 3-4 bedroom house inside a gated community that's run by security at the gate and stuff like that. And the area is pretty safe. So yeah, so it's going to fluctuate anywhere from 200 to 800. I would say 300 to 400 would be about the average price. But I stayed in an Airbnb, and lady offered me rent for, I think it was like $200 a month, and that was it was really small, but it was fully furnished, and it was inside the condominium, and it was a nice area and everything. So $200 can get you a decent place. And the place that I was staying at, it had a good air conditioner, it had hot water, it had all that. It was just really small, like the bed was in a loft. But tack on another $100, $300, and you can live decent for a single person. But if you're gonna have, come here with looking for a house for 3 or 4, yeah, you're probably gonna pay around possibly $400 to $500 on the average. And then if you get a condo, you're gonna get all the amenities, and that's gonna be a little bit more pricey. But you can just
less maintenance.
Less maintenance, and you get the gym, and you get all the other
pool.
Yeah, so maintenance. It's just like an apartment in the US. And they're fairly decent sizes, but you can get into them really fast, really easy. So that's a quick rundown on that. We're gonna do another video soon about we're gonna go out and check out some of the places and give you guys a look on the actual the places that are for rent out here. We'll have that coming out here in the next month or two. So we'll move on to the next one. The next big thing here, obviously, is going to be food. So food, what we pay here on a monthly basis for a family of 3, we pay around $300 to $400 for our grocery bill, and that's including like dish soap and
for laundries.
Yeah, soap,
Cleaning.
toothpaste, all that stuff, and all the amenities and stuff like that. 300 to 400, and we don't budget too much when we go shopping. So we splurge a little bit on some good meats and things like that. So you can easily knock it down to $200 for a family of 3. If you really wanted to budget, if you're a single person, you might be able to get away with spending $100. Obviously, I haven't done that for a single person. And a quick note too, guys, I apologize about my voice. I was just recently sick, so I kind of lost my voice a little bit. That's another video I'm gonna be putting out soon. Is gonna be putting out a video for the cost of what it costs for me to go out and go to the doctors, go to the hospitals, because currently I don't have health insurance. I actually quit my job of 6 years that I was working before I moved here to live with Sarah. So I'll be doing a video on that because I was recently sick, went to the doctor. So, all right, so that moves on. We'll go through these one by one, and I'm gonna put these up on the screen. And feel free to interrupt me anytime you have anything you wanna jump in here with. So, which leads us to electricity. We have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. I consume a lot of electricity, to be honest. And this is obviously, it's like anywhere else, it's going to fluctuate with if you run your heater, if you run your AC, if you run high power devices. So our 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, we run around $50 to $100 on an average, and the 100 is the highest bill we've ever gotten the 5 months I've been here, and that was just running the AC a lot. I didn't really run it too much at first, but now I'm getting more comfortable, and we've just been running a little bit more, and the heat's gone up pretty high here in the last couple of weeks. So $50 to $100 on average for electricity. And then you have your water cost. And water, we separate into 2 different categories. So you have the water, obviously, that is run into your house. And then we also have water delivered here in the big, the big jugs. I don't know, just the normal jugs that you get at like Walmart or whatever. So we budgeted around $30-$40 a month for that. I think it's $30 a month for the water, right? And then $10-$12 for the delivery. Does that sound right?
No, it's just like only like $10 only for monthly because it's like every week. Like I paid only 100 pesos for 4 containers, so they delivered every week, so 100 pesos every week. So it's like 400 pesos a month. And then water running from our house, I paid like around also another 10 to 12 bucks a month
Okay, so
for 3 person.
I've got it for $30 on the budget, so that's a little bit, a little extra. So maybe we'll say I'll put the math up on the screen, but
Yeah,
it's
because
gonna.
here in the city you can't drink tap water because it's not safe. So we buy bottled water from distilled from the they have a place here that deliver the water. So that's the water we drink and then to boil, make coffee and for
Cook with.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the tap water is here like around the house. It's just only like for shower, flush the toilet, and
And that's from the river, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
from the river.
That's a good side note too as well. When she was ready for this, when I first moved here, instead of drinking the standard water that gets delivered here, I actually bought. She bought me a big case of distilled water, just to kind of test out the waters for the first month. So don't immediately. I mean, that's what we chose to do. I didn't immediately drink the water that she drinks normally, not the tap water, but the water that gets delivered. So about a month of it, I drink just standard distilled water from the grocery store in a bottle. All right, so we'll move on to internet and Wi-Fi. So we pay just $30. It's pretty average, $30 for internet, and we have pretty good internet here. But yeah, so the internet we use $30 a month, and it is run out here. It's ran to the house fiber. I'm not sure how it's run underground. Did you know if it's fiber underground?
No, we don't have underground here.
Okay, so that's kind of crazy. It comes in. I'm guessing either.
Above the ground.
Oh, it's all above ground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also
but
the
is it run to the house fiber or is it
yeah, fiber.
Ethernet? Okay, so fiber to the house. So $30, around $30 a month for the internet, and it does fluctuate. And I haven't figured out yet if that's the internet or if it's the router. But at good times we get 300-400 megs a second. So it's decently sized speed. It does all of our needs here, especially when I do a lot of heavy uploading with videos. So the internet's pretty good. If you're coming and you're going to be working from home, doing a lot of things, it's a good idea to possibly get 2 internet services
Yeah.
if you want to. You don't need to, but it's good to have it just in case one goes out, because you might not have internet for a month. But the 5 months we've been here, we haven't been more than 6 hours without internet.
Yeah, sometimes like in the day. They have also like same but with electric, they have interruptions sometimes with like they don't give a notice, just like your internet is gone and then you don't know what's going on. So at least you have backup if you have another internet company, because if one is down, others still working, so you can switch in the other internet.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so we have little small UPS boxes that we put on our two. We have 2 routers here set up, and we just have a little. We pay like $2-3 for these, and they'll run our router for 3 to 6 hours or something. I think its average is 4 hours or something like that, but it does the job because. I mean, your internet's coming in from the house, so you don't need to have electricity for your internet. As long as you don't need to have power for the internet, as long as it's powered from the sources coming from the city, whatever. As long as they're not out of electricity, there you go. We have a brownout for 6 hours and we have internet for 4 hours, so that's not bad. I think a lot of the companies are pretty standard prices around there, so it's good. And we live in the province, right?
Yeah.
So we're not like in the main city. We're like 10 minutes from uptown, 25 minutes from downtown.
Yeah, something like that.
So a 25-minute drive or so roundabout from the downtown area where it's probably the main hub is. So it does pretty good. Okay, and then we brought up fuel, and by fuel we mean just basically gas for our vehicles. that's a whole nother situation, because if you are going to come here and you're not going to have a vehicle, you're going to pay for taxis, or they call
Tok-tok.
they call them cabs and tuk-tuks and jeepneys and stuff like that, and that's all going to fluctuate. I don't really know how much I would suggest. If you're driving a lot, I would suggest around $50 a month to play it safe. Maybe it also depends on where you live in. For us, we both have motorcycles. I bought a motorcycle after 2 months of living here, so I paid around $1,100 for my motorcycle. So we average around $30 a month in gas for our motorcycles. I don't drive that much. She drives,
Every day.
every day. Not very far, but 10-15 minute 10-minute drive every day. Take our kid to school, and we go all over to the stores and stuff like that too. So, okay. Next brings us to is your phone plans. Altogether, we're spending, what is it? So altogether, we're spending around $20 a month for our phone bills, and that's not counting my other phone bill, because I have another phone bill that I keep. I have two phone numbers. I have a phone number from the U.S. and I have a phone number from the Philippines. So I have a iPhone 15 Pro Max, which has a dual eSIM card. I have one eSIM for the United States, and I pay first 3 months I paid like $10-15 a month, something really small, and then it went up to $25 a month. And that's just to keep my number. I don't know for how long I'll do it, but it's basically for the one-time passcodes and being able to text someone in the United States. I very, very rarely use it. And then I have my Philippines number with my second eSIM, and I pay average $10 to $20 a month for mine. And before 6 months, from my understanding, your first 6 months, you can't do loads, which is like prepaid. You do monthly. So I pay $10-20 a month like when I first started, I was like $20 a month for eSIM for the Philippines, and you get like 20 gigs of data. I'm always at home a lot, so I never ran out of data, so it was fine. And then after 6 months, you can then get you can convert it to prepaid. Same plan, same company and everything like that. You just jump to prepaid, because I use Wi-Fi at home, so I really don't use much load when I'm out running around. I don't really use the internet too much. I don't sit around and stream Netflix while I'm at the DMV or something like that. So it's pretty rare. So you can knock your phone bill down to $5 a month. So altogether, we're spending $20-30 a month for 3 phone bills for cell phones. And then you tack on my California one, or then you tack on my United States one from Oregon, and you're looking like $50 a month for 4 cell phone bills. So not bad. And there's also plenty of different ways to do it. That's just currently how I'm set up. And then I added on small things like VPN subscription, other subscriptions. You're going to have your Netflix and blah, blah, blah. Things like that. I have my VPN, which I pay, it's average around $10 a month for a VPN, because I need to check a lot of things on the United States when I'm on my laptop, and it's just so much easier just to get a VPN and jump on California's VPN and check things out in the States. And then we have our visa fees. I tacked that in there too as well. I did a video on that if you're interested in the visa processing fees, or their DMV fees, which is, what's it called? The DMV here.
LTO.
LTO. So if you have, I have videos on those as well if you want to get a more in-depth video on the visa or the DMV process or buying a motorcycle. I have videos on those. But we're going to go with around, I've been here 5 months, so I've been through 3 extensions. And right now it's averaging about $34 a month. So it's averaging $68 a month for 2-month extension. And that's after my 3rd extension. So the price starts one way, and then you do your first extension, and then it goes up high for your 2nd extension, and then your 3rd extension, that it just kind of stays the same, and it's around $34 a month. Your 2nd month you're here is your second, so your 2nd extension would be going into your third month. So your second month, you get your ACRI card, which is the biggest one in costs. It cost me about $150 for that extension. So that was my second extension, and it was basically day 60, which costs around 150 bucks, and about $50 of that is for your ACR, right? ACRI card.
Yeah, iCard.
Yeah.
ACR or call it just iCard.
Yeah, they call it both. So that's just for just your identification, your foreign identification card, and that gets you things like it lets you convert your license, lets you get a bank account, lets you get Gcash.
Yeah.
And basically any other country you go to, after you've been there for typically after 60 days, and they want you to have one of their identification cards, and you know.
Well, no matter what, the immigration will gonna ask you for it, want you to pay for it,
Oh yeah.
obligate you to get an ACR card.
Yeah, so if you want more in depth on that, check on that video as well of the LTO and then the visa one itself. It gives you a little Excel breakdown of that too as well. And then we'll wrap it up with health insurance. So I currently don't have health insurance. I was at my job and I left and my insurance has expired. So I'm currently looking into what I want to do with health insurance. I've only been here 5 months. I've been to the hospital twice, and they're just small things that I've been to. Mainly I just went because it was like $10 for 20 bucks. 20 bucks
Less
for
than 20 bucks.
less than 20, yeah, 1,000 pesos, less than 20 bucks to go in and be seen and have a consultation. And if they need to prescribe you, I'll do a more in-depth video on that coming out. But basically, you just paid 20 bucks to go see somebody, and then whatever the costs go from there. And all right, so anything else you feel like we have not mentioned? We did rent, electricity, water, internet, groceries, food, phones,
I don't
ACR
remember.
card.
I think that's all. Like mostly here, like even me and my daughter only live here. Like we only like water, internet, electric. I don't pay rent, and then the food.
Yeah, so of course, just like anything else, it's gonna fluctuate if you how big your family is, what location you're in, what lifestyle you want to live. Do you want to live a minimalist life and try to come here and live off 500 bucks? Do you have a big pension and you want a big house you're gonna rent? Maybe you're not ready to buy. It's all gonna completely fluctuate, but we just wanted to give you a broad idea of what we pay around.
So how much is the total?
Yeah, I didn't get the total. I'll put it down. I'll put it on the screen here, the total. But it was around like $500-600 bucks or something like that. So tack in, 300 bucks for rent, 400, and then we'll just say like an even $1,000 for rent and everything else. And then, of course, you're going to tack on anything like any extras that you're going to be paying. If you want to travel, if you, if you want to go out for dinner, if you're a person that likes to go to bars and clubs and things like that. So, of course, you're going to base it all upon your lifestyle. If you're going to want to travel and you're going to want to drink a lot and party a lot, your bill's going to go up dramatically. You can live minimalist style and not have AC. And eat local foods, and you can do it really, really, really cheap. You could get away with a $200 a month place to live and electricity for 50 bucks and food for $100. And you can do it all under 500 bucks. But you're probably not going to run AC. You're probably not going to be eating out. You're going to be eating a lot of rice. You're going to be eating a lot of, local, market foods. It's doable, and a lot of people do it. They do it here. It's just whatever budget you want to do. So you can, $500 to $2,000 is a big window, but it's also a lot less cheaper than paying $2,000-3,000 for just rent in the United States. Before I moved here, I was paying $1,000 for just rent, nothing else. And that was a 1-bedroom apartment in a very rural area, and which is a really good pricing in the United States, $1,000. I got lucky. I lived in a small town on the coast in Oregon. So before that, I mean, my relatives are paying, you know, 2,000. My nieces, they're younger, and they're paying $2,000 for a one-bedroom apartment in San Francisco. So, yeah, we'll wrap it up. That's just going to be the budget video. We'll do the other video coming out soon. We're going to do a video of a little bit more in depth in the healthcare, give you a breakdown of the two visits I did at the hospital, how much they cost, how much are my prescriptions, how did I like it, and then we'll do a couple other videos coming out soon too as well. But thank you guys for joining in. If you haven't subscribed, please like, subscribe. It helps getting our videos out there. We're a brand new growing channel, so thank you guys for watching. Anything?
And see you in our next video.
See you in our next video. Yeah. So drop some comments down below. Let us know what you guys think. Can you do you have a budget? Do you have a $1,000 budget you're trying to live off of? We can give you a rough estimate. Maybe you think, hey, I want to live in Manila. Hey, I want to live in Boracay. I want to live in the CDO or Davao like you guys or something like that. You know, maybe drop a comment. Let us know your budget. We'll see if maybe we can help you out. Obviously, we don't live there, but we can try our best. Or, drop a comment and just say hi. So
yeah, anything you're curious about living here in the Philippines, drop us a comment and we're gonna make our best to reply. Thank you.
All right, guys.